I am moving on with the Beasts Unleashed set from Eureka Classics. Now, I wasn't completely enamoured with the Beast with the Million Eyes. I could see some possibilities there, but the budget really let it down. So with extreme trepidation, I moved into the second film, The Beast of Hollow Mountain, and found it to be much more a familiar piece of work than I was expecting, because it's set in Mexico. It has these farmers working out. It has a lot of melodrama going on around about these characters, and then we throw in a giant dinosaur monster lizard thing at the end to just cause complete carnage. It's kind of fun, kind of playful. You can see the seams, but it doesn't matter a lot in this one because it gave me exactly what I was expecting in the first movie.
Panchito, what happened?
The film stars Guy Madsen as Jimmy Ryan, an American rancher living in Mexico. He's dealing with missing cattle, local superstitions. There's a little bit of romantic tension in there as well, and conflict with other men within the area. And we have this Sarita, a love interest at the heart of this one, who lives with this man Enrique, and he is the man of that area. He has the money, he has the power and the influence to really make things difficult. So you have this core typical structure of a man trying to do his best, the sort of person in power holding him back, and someone in between these two falling in love with each of the men. But on top of that, you have animals just disappearing. People start to talk about strange curses that are laden on this place. The locals seem to be deeply afraid. But, we've got Jimmy, who, being a cowboy, doesn't immediately buy into that supernatural explanation. There must be something here. Jimmy's going to do his best to try and find out what.
Well, maybe that's your answer. That swamp is a very mysterious and sinister place.
I don't buy those superstitions, Don Pedro. I'm looking for a factual answer.
It is most definitely a film of two halves. You have this western half that's all set up, and then a delivery of a monster half later on. And I mean very much later on, then it's the final third of the film. It's much more sort of interested in ranch disputes, or the romance, or the jealousy that comes with the romance, or the local drama, or the cowboy business. And it's not automatically a bad thing. There's a kind of old-fashioned charm to this. The locations are nice, the colour photography helps, and the setting gives it a flavour from a lot of different 50s monster movies. But if you're waiting for the Beast, you're going to be disappointed, because you're going to have to be waiting a hell of a long while before it turns up. And the film keeps pointing at this mountain, reminding you that there's something there, something strange happening. But it's going to take his time getting there.
The owner disappeared when the swamp started to dry.
Disappeared?
Well, yes, superstitious people say that the bewitched mountains followed him.
Going into the film and knowing it's the Beast of Hollow Mountain, knowing they're near a mountain, knowing that there are disappearing animals and strange superstitions, you are waiting on the Beast to turn up for a lot of the movie. And that is probably the biggest issue that the film has. It takes a long time for it to properly arrive. I don't mind a slow burn movie, and I'm happy for a monster movie to tease things and build the atmosphere and save for the reveal. But the Western material isn't always strong enough to keep the attention and drive the narrative. Like I said, it's familiar. You've seen it before, and you've got this title, The Beast of Hollow Mountain. You kind of want the beast sooner rather than later. And when the dinosaur does turn up, the film really wakes up. It's what I was waiting for, a prehistoric beast wandering into a western setting and just devouring everybody it possibly can. And even if the effects are limited, which they are, there's still something charming about this stop motion creation. The monster is not convincing by any standards whatsoever, and the effects can be rather clunky, but there is a familiarity and an affection for that. I appreciate the charm that comes with having that practicality there. The creature is weight because it's crafted really well rather than just being a digital blur, and the actors commit to the performance, which really helps add to it as well. It's an interesting idea. You can see the attraction of taking a dinosaur monster movie and throwing it into a western, and it would be realised, and I think realised better, in the Valley of Guanji that would come later on. What works best in this film is the final stretch. It's incredible. It's really fun. I don't know if it's incredible because I've went through a movie and a half waiting for this kind of action and it finally delivered, or if it's just the western setting, seeing the monster, people on horseback trying to evade it. It just made it a hell of a lot of fun. But the film is riddled with poor pacing. The first hour is basically a typical western drama, and although it's okay for a little while, it becomes that little too long without anything really happening, and you're just waiting for the monster to come in. We already covered the extras in the last disc of this one, so I will just say that The Beast of Hollow Mountain was more what I expected. I enjoyed it. This is not an essential release at all. It's, do you love monster movies? Are you looking for some of the more deep cut, not as good, not as well crafted monster movies? That might be the release now you're ready to pick up. This is not an essential. It's a sale purchase further down the line, and something I would absolutely hang on for. Maybe check out the films, because it's not something that I can envisage going back to much either. I'd love to know your thoughts on The Beast of Hollow Mountain and the Beasts Unleashed set if you've seen it, so let me know in the comment box below your thoughts on this title. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box are links to Patreon, membership program and manvfilm.com, always in which you can support me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.